Lindsie Campbell was once a fixture on Chrisley Knows Best, but today she doesn't even speak to her famous father. Chrisley Knows Best introduced the world to this blended, complicated family in 2014. Lindsie appeared on the show for its first 3 years, and it turns out those were some of the most dramatic years for the family. Lindsie made one major move in her life that her father didn't approve of, and that was the beginning of what seems to have become irreparable damage between the two. While attending Georgia State University, Lindsie met Georgia native Will Campbell. The two hit it off and ended up running off to elope. Todd wasn't too happy to see his oldest child get married in that way, as he openly shared with E! News. Among his grievances with how it happened, Todd was offended Will didn't ask him for Lindsie's hand in marriage. He explained, "A father has his dreams when he has a child or a daughter that a young man is going to come and knock on the door one day and say, 'Mr. Chrisley, I love your daughter so much, and may I have her hand in marriage?' That never happened. The level of respect wasn't there." By summer 2012, Lindsie and Will had another surprise for their families when they announced they had a baby on the way. Jackson Campbell was born in January 2013, and his parents were totally smitten. But in focusing all their efforts on Jackson, they neglected their marriage, as Lindsie wrote in an essay about motherhood for the Today Show. She admitted, "I fell so in love with Jackson that I almost neglected my marriage in a way. Not on purpose, but out of the newness in our schedule and us making Jackson our first priority. I got married and thought my heart was full, but then I had Jackson and realized there's way more room for love." In 2014, Lindsie and Will began experiencing trouble in their marriage. They separated, then got back together. The on and off continued until Lindsie announced the two were getting divorced in August 2016. She told People magazine, "I've outgrown the relationship. We realized that two people that are not happy with one another and trying to make it work just for the child and not for themselves personally, that's not in the best interest of the child or either of us." During her brief time as a single woman, Lindsie decided to leave Chrisley Knows Best. The decision came among rumors of more family discord, but the details were murky.
There was an altercation that happened after the camera shut down.
In 2018, reports revealed that Lindsie and Will worked things out and called off their divorce. A source told Radar Online, "When it came time for mediation for their divorce, the two of them canceled it, twice. That's when they realized that they were still meant to be together, and she withdrew the divorce papers this past summer." It seemed like things were on the upswing until 2019, when an accusation rocked what little possibility the Chrisley family had at reconciling with Lindsie and Will. A month before Todd and Julie would be indicted for tax evasion, Lindsie filed a lawsuit against Todd and her brother Chase, according to TMZ. A police report filed by Lindsie claimed that Todd and Chase bought an adult tape featuring her and Bachelorette contestant Robbie Hayes. They then allegedly blackmailed her with its release. They reportedly asked her to lie about something in exchange, which many speculated was related to the tax evasion charges.
For what they've done to me with this media circus, I will never forgive that.
Todd denied the attempts at extortion. He told Access Hollywood, "Sadly, for reasons we can only guess at, she ran to the sheriff's office to accuse her brother of buying a sex tape of her and Robbie, which was a complete lie, and now she's telling more lies about me. Although our hearts are broken, Lindsie is our daughter and we will always love her."
I don't like them, but I love them.
More recently, Julie spoke with Us Weekly and confirmed that she and Todd have no contact with Lindsie. She said, "We don't have any correspondence with her. I wish her well, and, that's it." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.